Turns back right in the gate. It kind of drifts ahead a little bit in that spin, kind of moves across there. But that should not affect the outcome with JR. JR's just dominant into his hand. This should be all day.
Hey, Jesse, we often ask you and Shorty and others questions from a bullfighting perspective about different injuries and how they affect the way you have to look at a rider. Have you seen any difference the past couple seasons because of João's age and how he is either slowing down or staying the same?
João's the fine wine of PBR, man. He just keeps getting better and better. And I think what really pays dividends is that he remains in control. He stays in control for the entire 8 seconds, and he remains in control until he gets off the bull. And he's really good at getting him a good spot to get out of there safe. So I think that really pays going ahead in a season, especially when you're going to deal with 60 to 80 plus bulls.
I know what happened in my career now. I wasn't very good at riding. I sure wasn't very good at getting off of them.
Keep in mind that moments ago, João partnered with Apper's Mind Freak for 90 1/4. If he gets 87 1/4 aboard Sugar Boom Boom, he will surpass Jose Vitor Levy. J-Dub, I want you to almost go frame by frame with this, because off of Jesse's point about how good he not only has been, but has become at 35 years of age, his 88.5 points here, an example of why he's our number one at times.
Well, and he talked about how good he rides, but watch how he gets off of him. He gets off really well, but first off, watch how he takes this bull back the other direction. That's been his Achilles heel all his career, but man, he picked him up perfectly. Whistle blows. Now watch how he gets that tail so his hand comes out safe, lands on his feet. That's one reason his longevity is what it is, because when he rides, he gets off well.
Handled the direction change perfectly, moves into the lead, and a chance to win his second event of the season with 2 riders remaining. Colton Jesse. When he visited with Kate earlier, he mentioned he feels as though he stubbed his toe in both New York City and Chicago. That's because both of those occasions he bucked off in that championship round. He's going to try to seal the deal aboard Bad Beagle.
And you know what? I like to see Colton Jesse's stock rising the way it is. Like, you can see it in his mind. You can see it in his demeanor, the way he carries himself. His confidence level is great, but it's getting better. And as when somebody's got good confidence in it and it continues to get better, their riding gets better.
You mentioned sort of that quiet confidence that he has. You know, he reminds me at times, not just because of the success of his riding, but it's really the demeanor of Cody Teal. Both these guys, right, they are never going to show flash. They're never going to show flair. They are simply going to punch the clock and ride their bulls.
And they're not going to brag on themselves. They're not going to go look for a TV camera to get in front of to make funny faces or something. They're going to let the riding do their talking. They're going to say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. And to me, that's what a cowboy is. They don't show off. They're here to do their job and let their job do the talking.
Colton Jesse, if he does his job, it will mean 8 seconds aboard Bad Beagle. If the judges feel it's worthy enough to be 88.5 or better, Colton Jesse will be in position to win the first event of his career. His best result last season was second in St. Louis. Bad Beagle tried to take a big bite at the beginning, but Jesse hung on and eventually settled in. Colton, though, we've talked about groin injuries a few times this weekend. He gets enough. He moves to the top. 88 3/4.
And a good ride. This bull's bucking. He makes him look a little easier than he is, because the reason he does, because he's up on those legs. He's getting around that corner, taking the power away from that bull, and the bull jumps out of it right there at the end and kind of takes off. But you know what? His legs are sore. He's going to limp out of here, but I promise you, first or second place money here makes him feel better come Monday.
Only one guy remains before we find out Will Colton Jesse win the first event of his career, or will Jess Lockwood continue to build one of the best resumes this sport has ever seen? Lockwood earned first pick in the draft after consulting with none other than the Iron Man, J.W. Hart himself. Lockwood went with Big Black.
Well, you know, it was funny when I said, I don't understand, what do you not like about Big Black? He said, well, last time I had him, he really wanted me to sit down try to get me set down on my butt. And I was like, well, get off your butt, get up there and ride where you're supposed to be. I said, you can't leave this bull on the field for those other guys, because one of them other bulls have just a touch of an off day, they'll surpass you. I said, but it's your decision. And then I was like, it's your decision. You go make it.
Let's talk about this bull, Big Black. He has allowed 11 qualified rides in his career. Only one has been less than 90 points.
And they ride him at a really, really high rate. So I don't, and I get it. There was some nice bulls in my day that people think, well, that's one you should pick. I thought, well, he's uncomfortable to me. I get what he's talking about. But sometimes bull riding is uncomfortable, and you got to take the best bull out of play for the other guys.
Here's the simple math. If it's 8 seconds and it's 86 3/4 or better, Jess Lockwood wins another one. It would be his 12th career win, the first of this season.
And sometimes the hardest thing is just make the whistle.
Lockwood has done it. This crowd knows they have just seen a winning ride. Wait for it. How big will it be? 92 1/4. Jess Lockwood loves the Northeast. Last year was New York City. This year, it's New Hampshire.
Wins it going away. That's his style.
Another round win for the 22-year-old. Another example of just how great he is.
Craig, there's really a lot of records in my mind that are up for grabs this year. Event wins, 90-point rides. This is going to be a race. I cannot wait. This is going to get good.
Lockwood had 14 19-point rides, or 90-point rides, excuse me. Great show of respect from Colton Jesse. He had 14 90-plus point rides last year. He's already had 3 in 3 weekends of this young season. Get used to that smile, because Jess Lockwood's used to winning. Let's send it to Kate.
Jess, well done. It only took 3 events into the season for you to find your way back into the winner's circle. You won your second gold buckle a season ago. What's in store for 2020?
All right, I hope another. That'd be nice at the end of the season, but it all starts with winning events like this and staying on your bulls, so all you can do is take it one bull at a time every single event.
And you got it done on Big Black. It's the same bull that Dalen Swearingen won it on a week ago, and now here you are getting it done again as well. But this is one that didn't go your way last time the two of you matched up. So what gave you the confidence to say this time it's going my way?
Yeah, no, everyone picks that bull and wins on him, and I picked him in Green Bay, and he made me look really dumb. So I was kind of hesitant picking him compared to some others, but I'll tell you, I'll pick that bull every time now. I just didn't ride him good last time. It worked out this time.
You did in a big way. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
We take a look at our final results from our first ever trip to Manchester. Jess Lockwood's going to remember this weekend. Colton Jesse might as well. He continues